Hello, everybody. Welcome to Broadway.com's Live at 5. It is Wednesday, August 14th, and I am Ryan Lee Gilbert.
It's Matinee Day.
It's Matinee Day.
I'm Paul Tori.
Yeah. And we are joined here in the studio, as always, by the wonderful Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Good adjective.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's our guest today?
A bat right out of hell, my friends. Andrew Polec is here with us this afternoon. Very excited to chat with him. He has been involved in the show since he was just
just
a child.
I mean,
yes,
like
absolutely.
Sing your face off kind of show.
It
right?
absolutely is. We're really excited to chat with him. But first, let's talk about today's top 5.
This group is going from the road back to Broadway.
So the national tour of Dear Evan Hansen has been on the road. What?
It has. About over
Almost a year.
Yeah, making audiences cry from coast to coast.
Ball their eyes
and now
out.
some of the stars of the tour will be joining the Broadway company. So let's see. Some really good people, too. Christiane Knoll, who has been playing Cynthia on the road, the mom, and Jessica Phillips playing the other mom, Heidi. They will be joining the Broadway production on October 22nd, along with Jared Goldsmith, who plays Jared Kleinman on the road. He got cast for his name, I'm sure, and his
super
talent.
talented.
And Phoebe Koyabe as Alana Beck. They're all joining the Broadway company. They'll be replacing current cast members Ann Sanders, Skylar Lakota Lynch, Samantha Williams. They're all playing their final performance on October 20th. And Lisa Brescia. So Jessica Phillips will replace the fantastic Lisa Brescia, who is leaving November 24th, and then Jessica will join on November 26th. Fun fact, Jessica previously played a mom dealing with stuff when she covered the role in Next to Normal. Diana,
of
Next
course.
to Normal, remember?
Yes, of course. Oh, my goodness.
fact.
Be great.
Just throwing it out there.
This Olivier-winning actress is returning to the stage at the West End.
We are talking about Patricia HOGE, who won her Olivier in 2000 for Money at the National Theater. She is joining A Day in the Death of Joe Egg, Peter Nichols' 1967 play. It'll be performing at the Trafalgar Studios on the West End. Here's what we know. She is, of course, best known for playing Penny on the television series Miranda, and she joins a company that already includes Toby Stephens and Claire Skinner in the show. It'll be directed by Simon Evans. It follows a couple who have been struggling with caring for their 10-year-old daughter who has learning disabilities, and they nickname her Joe Egg, and they lose themselves in fantasy games and dark humor to help her cope with the struggle of their daily reality. So very deep.
You know, it says here that Toby Stephens and Claire Skinner were in a TV show called Perfect Strangers together.
Yes, but not
the
Perfect
Balky
Strangers
and Cousin
with Balky.
Larry.
No, which I loved.
Thank you.
I loved that show.
You probably didn't bring it up. You didn't want to confuse
I didn't want to
people.
confuse anyone if you were a real Perfect Stranger stan or anything like that. The show will begin previews on the West End on September 21st, and it will open on October 2nd.
And this lady will always be improving.
So, that's cute.
Thank you.
So, Broadway's been without Beth Level for 3 days now.
Too
It's
long.
been horrible.
Too long.
Horrible. 3 days since the prom closed.
3 long
But now we found out something that, of course, she's doing, we talked about before, the reading of this new play by Matthew Lombardo called Conversations with Mother. And now she will do a new cabaret act at Feinstein's 54 Below. It's called 13 Shows and Counting. It's not really hard to figure out what that title means. She's been in 13 Broadway shows. And unfortunately, we do have to wait a little while for this. This is happening in January.
Yes.
January 14th through the 20th,
She doesn't need a
2020.
break.
But it's a nice week-long run. So book your tickets and figure out what you're going to order. You have a lot of time.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it's a celebration of her amazing career. We don't have to say anything else. She, of course, was Tony nominated for playing Dee Dee Allen in The Prom. And she previously won a Tony Award for playing the Drowsy Chaperone in The Drowsy Chaperone. It was the drunk lady who sang the big song. Anyway, she's fantastic, and we will definitely
Can't wait.
be there.
Casting has been announced for Joe Iconis' next project.
The new musical from Joe Iconis is called Love in Hate Nation, and he has written the music, the lyrics, and the book for this. It will make its world premiere at Red Bank, New Jersey's Two River Theater this fall.
That's where Be More Chill started.
That is where Be More Chill started,
Right.
yes. And speaking of, the two cast members that are leading the show are Lauren Marcus, who is just in Be More Chill, of course. She will be playing Miss Asp, and Ryan Vana, a Broadway.com fresh face, will be playing the guy. That's his name.
One's a fresh face, always a fresh face.
Absolutely.
Forever fresh.
Also joining the cast are Sydney Farley, Amina Faye, Jasmine Forsberg, Kelly McIntyre, Lena Skeel, Emerson Smith, and Tatiana Weschler are also joining the cast.
When is this?
This is happening, beginning previews November 9th, and will open on November 15th. It is described as a rock romance that takes place in 1960s, a juvenile detention hall, and uses classic bad girl movies. I don't quite know what that means. As inspiration for the story of young people caught between eras of a changing America. What's a bad girl movie?
It was like there were all these movies about like bad girls in prison and kind of sexy, maybe some lesbian undertones sometimes.
Yeah,
and
give
the jail
it.
warden.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
all of that.
All right,
Yeah.
directed by John Simpkins. I can't wait.
Yes, and this Tony winner is getting a very special honor.
The American Civil Liberties Union announced that Celia Keenan Bolger, who of course just won a Tony Award not that long ago for To Kill a Mockingbird, and Tony-winning producers Level Forward, they're honored at the 17th annual Broadway Stands Up for Freedom concert. This is happening at Town Hall, October 28th at 7:30. Tony winner Rachel Chavkin will direct the special evening, which is called My Body, My Business. And by the way, there's a great song from Cy Coleman's The Life you might want to include in that show, Rachel Chavkin, called My Body. Check it out.
What good advice for Rachel Chavkin?
Just helping out.
No, absolutely.
Not
I
that
love
Rachel
it.
Chavkin needs my
No, I'm
advice.
into it.
But it will celebrate the power and courage of people fighting for the reproductive rights and bodily integrity of women and trans people.
Heyo.
The event will feature performances and appearances from Broadway performers. And, just a great opportunity to celebrate Celia Keenan Bolger, which we like doing whenever we have the chance to do that.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Happens every night at the Schubert Theater as well.
Yes, and
True.
we'll do it wherever we can get it.
What else is on the site?
What else is on the site?
I don't know. Go look.
Go look. There's lots
There's
of things on the site.
news and stuff.
Yeah, we do all sorts of things here at Broadway.com. Paul, thank you so much.
Let's
being
get
the
to
news
today's
man.
guest because he
Let's-
has great hair.
Absolutely. Yes. Caitlin, would you tell us about today's very special guest?
Gladly. Yes, we have Andrew Polec here with us in the studio today. He is currently starring in Bat Out of Hell at New York City Center. He has been with Bat Out of Hell for an extremely long time, and Ryan Lee Gilbert will talk to him all about that. He also was in The Fantastics off Broadway, but mostly he's been busy playing Strat and Bat Out of Hell for quite some time now. But now the musical is here in New York City, and we're super excited about it. Be sure to follow Andrew on social media at Andrew Polec and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Andrew and Ryan.
Andrew, can we have a studio applause for Andrew? Yes.
What a studio
Thank you so
applause.
much for coming by. You, sir, we've been hearing, you're somebody we've been hearing about for a long time, right? So
Really?
Well, yeah, of course. You've been involved with Bat Out of Hell since what you said, 2015. You were in the original sort of like workshop of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it was a huge hit over in Britain, won awards, sold out audiences. So yeah, people have been wanting this to come over here for a little while. It's here. You're starring in it. People wanted you to come with it, and it's all happening. So tell me, how does it feel to be performing this show that must mean so much to you here in New York City?
Gosh, it's just like a dream come true.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's wildly amazing because I guess, I don't know, I came into this really, really ignorant. I was like, oh yeah, you do a workshop and then of course we're going to find a theater
Sure.
right away and, everything's going to be coming up roses or daisies or whatever that phrase is. And you do that 3-week workshop, all the producers are like, yeah, thumbs up, this is great. Mm-hmm. And then it's like radio silence.
Yeah.
And you go, oh geez, did I do something? Oh geez, I gotta rethink, like what did I do wrong? Like why isn't anything moving forward? And I think also I was naive to believe that they would be like, oh yeah, this guy, like complete nobody, just like fresh
we're
talent.
holding on to him.
Let's hold on to him. We're not gonna get like some like major rock star to like do this lead part. So, that's at that point I was like, oh geez, I better go find like another job. So that's at that time I went and tried out at the Fantastics and got the role of Matt. And then was
Absolutely.
doing that for like 10 months, which was wonderful. And it was such a 180-degree turn of a character.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it was like conservative like kid who was in love, and then there's like liberal crazy revolutionist who's also in love. So I don't know.
The
Maybe
love
that's the
is what-
type.
The type
Yeah,
that binds.
that's the
Yes.
type.
So tell us, for people that are completely unfamiliar with Bat Out of Hell, tell us. So of course, Jim Steinman has taken the trilogy of Meatloaf albums.
Yes.
Sort of, but there's this whole original story involved. Tell us a little bit briefly about what Bat Out of Hell is.
I mean, Bat Out of Hell is an absolutely crazy operatic rock and roll love story. And it's almost as if Peter Pan, that story, and Romeo and Juliet got together and had this like rock and roll love child. And that's what's been like birthed onto this stage. But I mean, it's a beautiful birth. I mean, I think
it's gorgeous.
I think all births are beautiful. So, Jim Steinman has had this idea for 40 plus years.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, he wanted this to be a musical. And apparently he sent the story with all the music to the J.M. Barrie estate, because J.M. Barrie wrote Peter Pan, but he was obviously deceased by then. And the lawyer at the J.M. Barrie estate looked at the script and was like, man, I really love it, but you lost me at this part where there are nuns flying on motorcycles, and I just don't know if I can give you guys the rights to like use this story for your, I don't know, enjoyment.
Right.
So, I mean, it kind of went.
So it's had some different machinations.
Yeah, it kind of went the way of the dinosaurs, and then all of a sudden, Jim Steinman and Meatloaf were like, well, we might as well just like make these songs into an album. And then that became another arduous process of going to every single record label and getting rejected all the time until...
It's been a labor of love.
Yeah, it's been an absolute labor of love for their whole lives.
Certainly.
So to see it culminate finally in this version is just... it's absolutely amazing. And I think... Jim Steinman is thrilled beyond belief. Meatloaf is thrilled. He came to see the show, and he loved every bit of it so much that he was like, man, he went to see like the Wednesday matinee, and he's like, man, can I see it again in the evening? And they're like, no, you have like a schedule. You can see it anytime. I mean, you're Mr. Loaf, but of course, when you call him that, he's like, no, just call me Meat. So
he prefers to just go by Meat.
He does.
Okay, well then, you respect a man's choices. Like that. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Mr. Meatloaf, when did young Andrew first discover Meatloaf and the music of Meatloaf?
Oh man, young Andrew first discovered the music of Meatloaf after a series of tumultuous events.
Really?
Yeah, because I was a sports kid. I was a lacrosse player.
Lacrosse, right?
Yeah,
wow,
okay. You know me
a little bit. I did my research. Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll just play lacrosse and have a life where you just hopefully get a scholarship.
Lacrosse.
But I don't know if it's professional lacrosse.
But,
that's
go through college.
That's tough to break into.
That
but
is,
yes. But it was like going to lacrosse camps during the summer and stuff like that. And that all changed one summer when I was riding a bicycle, kind of like the song "Bat Out of Hell," going down a hill really, really fast, and then all of a sudden just seeing a car at the end of the blind turn, and I don't know, hitting the brakes. Only the front brake worked, and I just flew off the bicycle and blacked out.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then, after being in the head trauma unit for 5 days, the doctor said, can you get up and walk in a straight line? And I tried to, and I couldn't. And they said, you can't do contact sports. And I went, oh, what do I do with all this energy that I have?
Yeah.
So around that time, my parents, seeing that I was down, they started to, push me into other areas of interest.
Sure.
And my dad, he played me Paradise by the Dashboard Light. And I just went, oh
That's
my
all
gosh,
it takes.
what is it? What is this?
Right,
that's all it takes. That's the dose of medicine that'll carry you through all the way to doing this kind of musical.
How interesting that and now to come full circle with this, how Meatloaf was there for you, and now
he was there for me. And then meeting him the first time. They warned me that he's a really, really cool guy, and he's either gonna like you right away, or maybe he won't. And I was like, oh geez, and getting really nervous. And I have no idea whether this was true or not, but they put that in my head, and I was like, I need to absolutely make sure that he likes me. So I got into a limo with him, and it was him and his bodyguard and his personal assistant, and he had a cane, like the Godfather of rock.
Okay.
And you step into the car, and it immediately feels like if you say something wrong, they're gonna put cinder blocks on your shoes
and
and
toss you into the Hudson.
into the Hudson.
That's right.
So I don't know.
Poor Meatloaf's gonna be like, what did he say?
No, clearly this is just my imagination. But.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So yeah, so I, of course, as soon as I got into the car with him, I was like, you are such a big inspiration in my life. You're like my rock and roll hero. You're a legend. And he put up his hand, and as if to just like calm me down and stop me from talking. And he's like, I'm just a regular, ordinary guy. I'm just an everyday guy like everyone else who just loves performing these songs and giving them as gifts to the audience. And I just, from hearing that come from him, because having seen him, on YouTube at like every concert he's ever done, and just listening to him all my life, you just kind of go, wow, you're even cooler than I thought.
Right. The true measure of an artist.
Yeah.
Somebody that's just really, like a man of the people, Meatloaf.
A man of the people.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
let's hashtag that.
That's right. There's something I was reading an interview you had given where you said something like you believe that you can be an athlete of art. And I just thought that was such a fascinating, I hadn't heard it quite phrased that way before. And what do you mean by that, being an athlete of art?
Oh, geez. I memean, what's so crazy about this industry, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not focused on as much as it should be, but you have people in every single company, on every single stage in this city, and really in the world, who are working their tuchuses off. And
absolutely.
really, really going for it, and really dancing and singing, and basically pouring their hearts out on stage with their sweat, with their blood, with their tears, filling their whole body with the passion of the stories that they want to tell. And a lot of people, they have to go to like physios during performances. They have to get taken care of. And I mean, you look at Meatloaf, and he is a vocal Olympian. He is the one who sang all of these songs first that are in this musical. And I told him that he landed on the moon, and he was like, no, I landed on Pluto first, and you guys are just following in my footsteps. And essentially, you're going out there like an athlete to sing these Jim Steinman songs that should probably technically be just impossible. Because they're just Wagnerian rock songs that just go and go, and you feel like, oh yeah, 3 minutes, I think we're just about finished. And they're like, no. You have about 8 minutes left of this song. Like, go for it.
Right.
Put all your efforts to the wall and push that wall over and just keep running and keep going. So I think what's so beautiful about this cast is I say that everyone is basically like a Major League Baseball player with the voice. I mean, I don't know if they actually play baseball, but they are. I don't know.
Who knows? They've
Yeah. But they are hitting home runs out of the park with these songs every single night, and
It's a rock show.
And even more than one like home run, and it's almost like we're passing the baton to ourselves each time, and just running another lap with songs like "Bat Out of Hell" or "Paradise by the Dashboard Light" or "Heaven Can Wait," or I mean the monster right at the end. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Right. Yeah. No. It's phenomenal. And so tell me also a little bit about the look here, Paul. You got compliments on the hair. Has this always been Andrew Polec, or is this Strat? Is this where's this?
Oh my goodness!
Take us through.
Yeah, you think?
Take us through. Absolutely.
You really want to know the whole?
Idea.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's when you've lived with a character for I don't know a while.
Almost 5 years.
Yeah, almost 5 years.
Yeah.
You seem to, I don't know, start to mix together, because when I was doing Matt and the Fantastics, it was like really short and like combed down and very conservative. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I guess one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden they like put all these hair products in front of you, and you're like, oh man, I kind of want to use all of them and like see what happens. And
it's exquisite.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
and then a lot of love and magic goes into it, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I can't live without this look now.
It's your signature look.
I guess it is the signature look for now, but I don't know.
Is,
I know at times people were just like, no, you should shave all your hair off and be like that kind of like rock and roller on stage.
I think this
and I was
is...
like, but no,
my baby.
I know. I don't know.
No, I think it works. Also, we've been very amused. You should, Caitlin will mention it again at the end. But you're on Twitter and you're on Instagram. And we were just watching your Instagram story. You have a bit going on, Broadway poetry.
Yeah, I do. Broadway poetry
and
time.
So
funny.
If you haven't watched it yet, you should absolutely check it out.
But I think it expires by like 7 tonight or
well,
something.
you have. Get on it, all of
You
us.
have 2 hours.
Right. And I want to open up to take some questions from the people that are watching for you right now. What would they like to know?
We got a whole lot of questions, actually. So Aaron wants to know, what do you have a favorite classic rock song that you would want to add a musical twist to?
Oh, interesting.
That's a fascinating tale. Jeez.
What a question.
That really opens it up. Geez, what is it? Classic rock?
Yeah, or rock. You can interpret it however you want.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I would have 2 answers. One would be,
Great.
Sorry, maybe I have more than that.
No, this is your life.
This is, you can do whatever you want. It's fine.
Okay, then. I love another album from the 70s that I really, really love is the Yes Roundabout album. And I just feel like that would be like such a, I don't know, take some things and experience like a musical with like things flying in the air or something as they're like going about like a roundabout on like a highway. But I absolutely love the album by Say Anything, Is a Real Boy. And that apparently was supposed to be like a whole musical. And I feel like that would be like amazing to be seeing that like on the stage or even doing that.
Certainly. Who were when you were growing up? Who were your idols? Did you idolize rock stars or performers?
Gosh, I idolized a lot of like 1970s rock groups because those are the groups that my dad introduced me to. I mean, even before that, he introduced me to like the Doors. He introduced me to Jethro Tull. He introduced me to Yes. He introduced me to Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, and like I just fell in love with that stuff. And then I don't know. I don't know if this group will probably love me for mentioning them, but like I loved the Mars Volta. I thought they were just like the coolest group. But there was like nobody else at that time doing like that progressive rock like feel in the early 2000s. So you kind of just have to like keep delving back into like the 1970s.
Your dad gave you a really nice rock education.
Yeah, he really did.
And he's a TV personality.
He is,
right?
yeah.
So you're a Bucks County native?
I'm a Bucks County native outside of Philadelphia. He was on Channel 6 in Philadelphia, and I don't know, he would do the strangest stories about stuff like, I don't know, goats that faint when they get scared. They like stiffen up and then they fall over. Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know. He'd do
the showmanship.
He'd do all the it did come from him and it came from my mom too.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, next question. So Elise wants to know, how do you keep the show fresh since you've been doing it for so long? How do you keep it fresh?
Gosh, that's such a good question. Thank you, Elise.
Yes.
I think what's so amazing about this show is that the audiences who come see this show and come see this like rock and roll passionate music, they breathe life into it every single time we do it. We are pushing out, I would say, like 100%, and they are pushing back like 150%. Even when like the first line is spoken, I remember everything. You have an audience just going into an uproar about that line, and you just like turn around and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
If this is the like passion and this is the ferocious energy that's coming at us just at the beginning.
I've gotta meet
I can't even wait to see where else this is gonna go.
It's gonna destroy
So I
the
mean,
set.
it is all about the fans who love this show because that's what makes this alive and breathing and sexual and fun and like full of love.
Yeah, and you've had some new people join the company, and you have Lena Hall.
Yeah.
You guys over at New York City Center now.
Incredible.
Who is just phenomenal. What's it been like getting to know her and work with her on this show?
Oh my gosh! I mean, talk about a person who uses the voice as like a muscle. She has that like so toned that like bicep is like the most beautiful thing in the world. And I mean, she is just such a sweet and caring person, and she's really like just amazing to know, and she's just raised the level of this whole show to like another rock and roll height.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool. I think we can do one more question.
Yeah.
And so Georgia wants to know, what has been your favorite part about creating this character and making it your own? Love from Ireland.
Oh, well, hi, Ireland. That's
All
so
of
sweet
Ireland.
to send your love. I think the most amazing part of creating this Strat character is that I've been able to research all of my like favorite rock idols, whether it be Jim Morrison or whether it be Iggy Pop or whether it be Chuck Berry or Jimi Hendrix or even someone as like crazy as Cedric Bixler-Zavala. I mean, you take all the things that you love and you just get to mash them all together and like blend them up into a blender and then like drink it before every single show. Cause I don't know, I've got these rock and roll posters with, like Jim Morrison's like front and center because Jim Steinman loved Jim Morrison, and that's a lot of what his like poetic verses are based upon, are based upon like the musings of the Doors and like what they would talk about. And and also like I'm taking elements from Jim Steinman back when he did his like musical at Amherst where everyone got like fully naked and the police shut it down. Like I don't know, it's crazy, but you get to incorporate all your favorite elements of everything and just combine them into one character and just see how that character just kind of takes flight every night. And just being able to connect with the people who see the show and just spread the love and share and celebrate the human experience is just a dream come true.
It sounds like it. And all of that is there in your performance. You can see everything you're talking about. It is up there on that stage. So congratulations.
Thank you so much,
Of course,
Ryan.
make sure you go see Bat Out of Hell, the musical. It is playing at New York City Center Stage. It's open until September 8th.
September 8th.
Right? Yeah, so go see it. Go check it out. Andrew, thank you so much for coming by.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
You're
much for having me.
welcome anytime you would like.
Oh,
Caitlin,
wow.
Shows up tomorrow.
So here I am again.
Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook. You can listen to us where we get your podcasts by searching for #live@5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when we talk to Oscar nominee Marsha Mason.